This was the plan. This was the idea. Pretty much one of the only draws in the game. Crystal, if you play her down the middle, she will reshuffle my 3 cards for another 3 cards. He's going to play Vibranium. I've never seen it before. Ongoing can't be destroyed. I love that they gave it its own art and everything. It looks pretty cool. All right. There you go. You experienced it with me. And then Crystal's going to shuffle 3. Do I get 3? Yes. Yes. Oh, even more Vibranium. Yes, I can feel the power flowing through my veins. Yo, hey everybody, we got a new location in Marvel Snap and it is Vibranium Mines. When you play a card here, shuffle 3 Vibranium into your deck. Vibranium is a 1 cost, 4 power, pretty good, right? Ongoing, this cannot be destroyed. Very reminiscent of Colossus, a card that can't be destroyed and has an ongoing tag. And you know what Colossus does really well in? Ongoing Spectrum Destroyer decks, which are running absolutely rampant through Marvel Snap's meta right now. I can't stop seeing that deck. It's so annoying. I can't win with it, and I can't beat it. It's just crazy. And it honestly feels like it comes down to like a 50-50 gamble at the end. Like if he plays Destroyer at this location, it'll work out. Or if he had the right mix of cards, then it works out. Or if he gets just enough power at the location that he's trying to protect. Like there's just so many variables, and it really is just annoying to play into at this point, only because it's so popular. I'd like to see something change, but regardless, we have this location, very reminiscent of I can't pronounce this location, but it's Lechuguia. Oh, geez, I'm trying. But that one essentially is when you play a card there, you get rocks into your deck. And people hate this one. Rightfully so. You don't want those cards that you didn't bring to the game in your deck, especially rocks that don't really do anything. They're dead draws, and it feels really bad. Turn 6, you're waiting for that big draw, and it's a rock. Well, I don't think it gets really much better with Vibranium. Yeah, it's more power, but it's a pretty dead draw. Like turn 4, 5, 6, you need much better draws than 1-drops that give you 4 power. And the ongoing tag can't be destroyed is nice. It dodges Killmonger, right? Killmonger is pretty meta. He's around. But besides that, it's not going to do a whole lot for you unless you bring Spectrum to the table. So some of the cards I think that are worth teching in all kind of revolve around the Spectroyer deck. And the first one is Spectrum. She's by far the best one to have here, guys. If you end up playing cards at Vibranium Mines, you're going to get Vibranium into your deck, and it's going to have ongoing. So if you end up having to play it and then you play Spectrum after, you're going to give them +2 power. That is a 1 cost for 6 power. Great value. Ka-Zar is kind of a little bit similar. He's going to give them +1 power because he gives all your 1-drops +1 power. So if you're doing a flood deck early on in pool 1 and you're running like Nightcrawler, Rocket Raccoon, Ant-Man, all that good stuff, and then you just throw out Ka-Zar there, well, guess what? You can play your cards at Vibranium Mines because it doesn't matter if you draw that Nightcrawler or Ant-Man or whatever 1 cost you have in the deck. Vibranium is just going to be as good. So you can draw that, and you'll be fine with Ka-Zar giving the buffs. And lastly, Destroyer, of course, because you can't destroy Vibranium. So why not throw out Destroyer? It's such a perfect fit, and it's cheap to play before his big turn. Sometimes that's the problem, is you just don't have enough cards, enough power out before you play Destroyer on 6. So he ends up being just a little bit lackluster, doesn't quite make the cut. But this just kind of gives it that extra boost to put it on top. And it's already at the top of the meta. Or even if it's not the best deck, which honestly, I don't believe it is the best deck. It is the most popular deck. So you're just going to have to deal with that for the next couple days. Now, in these next few games, I have balls of Vibranium because look at the deck I am running. Now, it's pretty reminiscent of the Spectroyer deck. That's what you call it, the Spectrum Destroyer deck. But I have a few different options in here. One, we have Wong, because I actually really like Wong with Spectrum. That's a great combination. It's a little bit clunky when you have Wong, Spectrum, and Destroyer. It's a little bit too much to do, especially when you throw in Ka-Zar as well. That's a bit way too much to do. No chance I'm playing all those cards. And then also Crystal. Yeah, Crystal. You never see her. She's one of the worst cards, one of the least played cards. She's a pool 3 card. When you play her in the middle location, you reshuffle your hand for 3 cards from your deck. And to be quite honest with you, I wouldn't suggest running her. She's not a very good card, but I want to see some Vibranium. I want to get them out there. And if I'm going to crystal my hand anyways, then I don't need to play all of those cards. So if I just get one or two synergizing cards like Ka-Zar or Spectrum, then we should be okay. That's the goal anyways. But like, I'm not taking this deck too seriously. I'll have the deck code in the description below, but I would suggest teching out Crystal and Wong, even Ka-Zar, those 3 cards, messing around with those. And you could put in like Warpath, which is always a great option. Professor X is a fantastic option in this deck. And then if you're just in pool 1, Namor is actually a pretty good option to isolate out a location, and then you give him the buff because you probably don't have Destroyer, so you're just looking for that turn 6 Spectrum, and then you get Namor to 12 power, which just might be enough to push it over your opponent's lane. And then the last thing I'm going to say is that this is going to be out there a lot. You're going to see a lot of ongoing decks with Spectrum and all that stuff. It's just going to happen over the next couple days because this featured location is going to last 48 hours. In the meantime, there's not many ways to counter it. I mean, you could bring Enchantress and then Killmonger afterwards to actually destroy the Vibranium. You remove its ongoing ability, then you destroy it. But that's a bit clunky. That's a bit much. Maybe just bring Enchantress to stop some of the ongoing abilities. But otherwise, it's a rough spot to be. There's not too many counters. If you do know of one, put it in the comments below so others can see to help us all out beat these Spectrum ongoing decks. All right, now let's get to the games and check out this new location. All right, let's go. I want to see a cool animation, cool sound effect that could redeem this location for me. If it's cool, then we're cool. Oh, man. I'm not, as you can probably tell, I'm not overly fired up about this location, you know? It's one of those locations that ends up in the game that you just. Okay, so it's a sound effect. Oh, and it glows. That's cool. It's got the shiny Vibranium. Very nice with the mines. It's colorful now. I only have the not colorful version. All right, so now we start playing cards here. That's the plan, right? And then I can even crystal at Vibranium mines. It's kind of perfect. You kind of love to see it. I can even. Oh, that's cool. I think that's the same rock animation that if you were playing at the other rock location I can never pronounce. Okay. Isn't it weird how it chucks them to your opponent's side? I feel like my deck's over here. Always kind of weirded me out when that happens. Okay, so we stack this location. Any Vibranium that we draw. Here's the thing, is I will want a crystal down the middle. Which I suppose means I do want to protect this location. And Ant-Man, I mean, might as well just throw Ant-Man out, I suppose. Might as well. Might as well. All right. We're doing the thing. He's doing the thing. Let's see, we're protecting things. I hate to be running this because it's just everywhere. Mr. Fantastic. See, it doesn't look like he just shoved 3 Vibranium into my deck. It's weird. Okay, here's the... This was the plan. This was the idea. Pretty much one of the only draws in the game. Crystal, if you play her down the middle, she will reshuffle my 3 cards for another 3 cards. He's going to play Vibranium. I've never seen it before! Ongoing can't be destroyed. I love that they gave it its own art and everything. It looks pretty cool. All right. There you go. You experienced it with me. And then Crystal's going to shuffle 3. Do I get 3? Yes. Yes. Oh, even more Vibranium. Yes, I can feel the power flowing through my veins. And then we draw Spectrum. Oh, no, that actually isn't quite the dream, but... do I ever want to do this down the mid? I guess it actually doesn't get me more power than a Vibranium would. Huh. So we can just go hard on the Vibranium on the right. Try and see what we can do in the mid. If we can draw the Destroyer on the top, we are laughing all the way home. The mines. Oh, that's perfect for us. Dr. Octopus once again on our team. Gosh, that guy's such a traitor. And boom, big stacks on the Vibranium. That's what I'm talking about. It's better than rocks. Okay, this guy. Yeah, okay, bud. It's not the best. Because basically we're playing Colossus to negate Lizard's power. This is probably a loss. He plays one card down the middle. It's bad news bears. Yeah, there we go. Ouch. Ouch. Spectrum. He drew what we wanted. He's doing what we wanted. Who cares? That's to be expected. I got to see Vibranium for the first time. And you know what? The location's kind of cool. Let's give that another shot. All right, let's go again. Let's go again. We're absolute garbage. We're taking out the garbage here. I gotta say, this is also not a location that's really worth playing into. Enter. I almost clicked retreat for some reason. Jeez, it's crazy. Washington, D.C. All right. I think I want to hold cards in case that is Vibranium Mines. In a perfect world. He's gonna armor that. Look, man, we're gonna see so much armor. Oh, it's so annoying. There's the mines. All right. Commence the operation. So basically, the plan is to Cosmo off, and then I can destroy her, and then I don't even know. Okoye. Oh. Not a bad idea. You can buff. Okoye is actually a great option. That's a smart little tech option right there. You can buff all of the Vibranium. Oh boy. Every time I mess that up, it's brutal. Wong is not looking like our guy, even though I'd love to draw Spectrum soon. Might not happen. So I'm thinking something along these lines is kind of what has to happen. I get more Vibranium, then I can Ka-Zar pretty reliably here. He's going to Jubilee. It's going to be a rock. It's going to be a good old... Oh, it's Professor X. What a god. So he's absolutely setting up for a Destroyer play, and he's probably going to play the Destroyer on the right. Which, if I play Vibranium here and Ka-Zar, that should be enough to beat... what's his face? Destroyer. Should it come to that? Then we destroy it in the mid and we hopefully win. Come on. Oh gosh. It's just one of those locations. It's just one of those you don't love to see it. I don't think anyone's jumping out of their seats in joy for this one. 18. He's gonna have Warpath, who's protected from my armor. In other words, we lose this every time. I hate this deck. I hate this deck, and I hate everyone who plays this deck. I can't win with it, and it's always beating me. It's so annoying. Well, there you go. That's why you should probably run Warpath over Crystal, or Wong for that matter. But Wong Spectrum is a really good combo. I rock that a lot, and it usually works out. All right. Let's try and pull out a win here. Oh my goodness, this location, man. I think everybody's going to be running this deck, by the way. Oh, there it is. I think everybody already was. Come on, how many times have you seen armor? How many times have you seen Professor X, Destroyer, all the ongoing package? It used to be cool. It's just not anymore. It's too overcooked, too overdone. Okay, well that's a little more like a Destroyer package, but he's putting indestructible things into his deck, so that's a little whack. That's nuts, by the way. Colossus? Spice. A little bit of spice. Get some more indestructible things. Why not? Lizard seems like a logical play because he wants to destroy this, I'm sure. Yeah, Bucky Barnes, what's up? If I can get armor, but, you know, we're not... Even if you make a deck that is supposed to work with these things, you're shoving not great cards into your deck. Even if they're 1 force, that's a good stat line. You draw that in the later game, it's just not great. It's not what you want to do. Now, I can crystal, get a bunch of those Vibranium, and then swap hands with them, which would kind of be funny. I don't even want to do that now that I know he's going to start getting my cards. Let's just shove them all. Let's just shove them all in my deck and see what happens. Double Bucky into... Oh, Vibranium. What is that? What is that? Carnage? Deathlock? Deathlock, probably. Oh, my goodness. I hate this. Guys, I don't want to do this. This isn't me. I'm usually this guy. This is the guy I am, stacking my Buckies and then getting hit by armor. I hate to do it. I hate to do it. Oh, it's gross. He's gonna Deathlock. Don't do it. Say it ain't so. It's Venom. It's Venom. Oh. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, and the Vibranium. Oh. I feel so dirty. Oh, I feel terrible. Oh my God, look at what I'm doing to him. What's wrong with me? Oh my goodness. I hope I give him Destroyer or something. Enchantress. That's kind of silly because it affects my lizard. Like, you actually kind of net lost power there. And you hurt your own Vibranium? What? Crystal. 3 Vibranium. I got him Destroyer. Oh my God. Crystal, no. Crystal, no. No, the one time I bring you out of my collection. The one time you do this to me. He can't destroy the mid stuff. He can destroy the Nova, though. Where's he going to play it? He plays it here. This all dies. He's only at 16 power. These guys get +2. They go to 15. That's it. We lose. We lose. He's going to get +4 because he's going to destroy the Nova. Oh, whatever, man. Whatever. Have it. You deserve it, my friend. Please play him on the left. If you play Destroyer on the right, you have blown it. You've absolutely blown it. If he does it on the left, he wins the game. There you go. I can't win. And that's okay. There you go. See, I don't try to win every game. Big +2. 15. Beautiful. Even when I armor the Destroy deck, I still can't win. I'm cursed with this deck. This deck drives me insane. But there you go. We're going to leave it on 0-3. Because that's how I feel about Vibranium Mines. It's a location that I never wanted, but we have it. We have it. It's here, and we just have to deal with it for the next couple of days. And that's just how it is. Look out for ongoing decks. They're going to be running rampant. Everyone's going to be doing this, and they're going to be doing it a lot better than I am. And they're probably going to play better decks. Like, I mean, come on. Let's be real. Don't play Crystal. She's clearly bad even when she works, okay? Case A, B, and C. And then, you know, like Wong, you probably don't need to double up on Wong. Just shove a bunch of ongoing things. Look, like this guy even had a Destroy package. You could go with that too, I guess. I don't know why you'd want to destroy the Vibranium. I had the suggestions at the beginning. I would suggest teching those in. But thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I love, you know what, even if it's a location like this, I always love new locations and experimenting with them, trying them out. I'm probably going to keep tweaking this deck to find something that genuinely works, but I want to reemphasize this. I don't think this is a location that's worth building a deck around just because it's featured in the next couple days. Avoid it. Just avoid it. And if you're playing the ongoing deck, it's going to kind of work out with you, for you with Spectrum. So there's that slight buff to that deck, but basically every other deck, I would say for the most part, just steer clear of the Vibranium. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will catch you guys next time.